Bitcoin absolutely ripping at the start of this week.
What this means for the current economic environment, because we saw a huge dip in rates over the global financial crisis that lasted for years.
Where are we now once they sort of factor in things like the banking crisis?
Hey, crypto fans. Have you been following the latest news on Bitcoin? You see, we are seeing a big rally in crypto prices. But what's behind this rally, and can it last? Bitcoin has hit a 9-month high of almost $29,000 recently. Can it cross $30,000 soon? Is crypto winter finally over? In today's video, Mark Yusko shares his viewpoint on the crypto market in the context of what happened with the banking system here in the US. So, stay tuned till the end of the video. And for more videos on economy, crypto, and market trends, be sure to subscribe to my channel. You can also hit that bell icon to never miss any video. Let's get into the video now.
A week ago, everyone was freaking out, right? SVB, Friday, everyone was freaking out. And I put on the Bitcoin orange pants. I put on my Genesis block socks. And I said, look what it says, right? Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks. Bailouts are good for Bitcoin and for crypto.
We have all heard that some major banks in the US and Europe have collapsed or needed bailouts in the last few weeks, causing panic and uncertainty in the financial markets. But guess what? Bitcoin has been thriving in this environment. Mark Yusko has also highlighted that bank bailouts are good for Bitcoin and crypto. The cryptocurrency has surged nearly 40% since early March when the banking crisis erupted. Bitcoin hitting a 9-month high of almost $29,000 last week.
I think there are so many things to talk about here. One is, this crisis, and people are calling it a crisis, is very different than the global financial crisis. And there's the core reason for that is the type of assets on the bank balance sheet. So if you think about a bank balance sheet, there's the green, right? So St. Paddy's Day, you got the green side, assets, things that derive value for the bank. Then there are the liabilities, the red. And the liabilities are actually our assets, right? We put our money in a bank and it becomes their money. That's one of the things that people don't really think about. It's no longer your money, it's theirs. And you have an IOU that is money good most of the time, but those liabilities. And in a perfect world, the assets, which are the loans that they make or the investments that they make, accrete value, and the green becomes bigger than the red, and it leaves you with some gold, right? Pot of gold. And the gold is the equity of the bank. And in a normal functioning system, that gold grows as the green expands and people can get access to their deposits. So if you think about what a bank does, it takes the deposits of everybody, the community puts their deposits in, and then it takes those deposits and makes loans. And those loans could be the form of a mortgage. We've all seen It's a Wonderful Life, where it's about the building a loan and building other people's homes. It could be loans to businesses so they can buy stuff or build products. But it can also be investments in yielding assets like bonds. Then we had 1987 problem where you had bad people doing bad stuff, like literally stealing money. So that was bad. And if you steal the assets, and if your assets, the green, shrink to smaller than the red, and people then try to take their money out, there's no gold, right? Gold disappears. So Charles Keating and all those guys, they did bad stuff and people went to jail. Well, then we had the global financial crisis. Well, what was the global financial crisis? Well, the green was not so green. They made loans to, imaginary people and people's third homes and interest-only loans and all kinds of crazy stuff that was never going to get paid back. And so again, the gold disappeared and had to be a bailout, which is why Bitcoin was born.
Bitcoin is a safe haven from banking stress. The banking crisis has exposed the flaws and risks of the traditional financial system and has made more people aware of the benefits and potential of crypto. Therefore, Bank bailouts are good for Bitcoin and crypto because they highlight the flaws of the current monetary and financial system and increase the demand for alternative solutions that can offer more freedom, security, and innovation. Let's get into the next clip to hear more from Mark Yusko. But before jumping ahead, be sure to give a big thumbs up to this video.
When a banking crisis happens, when there's a loss of confidence in a banking system, basically you vaporize the gold, right? You vaporize the value, the money at the base layer of the system. And therefore, the currency, the credit, because the only money in the world, Ash, and you and I have talked about this, is gold, right? Money is an asset that exists in the absence of a liability. That's gold for 5,000 years. Now, I'll argue it's Bitcoin for the next 5,000, but let's just say it's gold. And everything else is credit. JP Morgan famously said, gold is money. Everything else is just credit or debt. And so what happens is when you lose confidence, then all of a sudden the value dissipates and you have to devalue the currency by printing more of it, by fiat. And so that fiat fiasco, as I like to call it, my hashtag fiat fiasco, that goes on over and over and over again is when governments that overspend, banks foment that and facilitate that. And then you have to pay the piper and they can't, so they just print more money. And we saw it in 2020, right? We printed half of all the money that's existed in the history of our republic, 247 years, half of it in an 18-month period. So what should have happened? Well, gold should have doubled, but it didn't. Why not? Well, because JP Morgan's been spoofing the price, and that's a whole other story for another day. But the other asset did double. It almost perfectly doubled from 10 to 20,000, exactly as you would expect. That was Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin, one Bitcoin is one Bitcoin.
Bitcoin has also outperformed other assets like gold and stocks, which have been volatile and risky. Gold has traditionally been considered money because it exists as an asset that is not tied with any liability. Mark Yusko suggests that Bitcoin may become a viable solution for the future of finance as it is not tied to any asset or liability either. So there you have it. The banking crisis is good for Bitcoin because it shows why we need a better alternative to the current system. Bitcoin is not only a store of value, but also a medium of exchange and a unit of account. It is the future of money. What do you think? Do you agree or disagree with Mark Yusko? Is the bear market officially over? Where is Bitcoin headed in the coming weeks? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. For more latest videos on economy, crypto, and market, be sure to subscribe to my channel. You can also hit that bell icon to never miss any video. Also, be sure to give a big thumbs up to this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Adios, and thanks for watching.